so do drive carefully. That's between the Kwamashu interchange and Udoki interchange. The lanes are restricted rather, so do drive with caution. In Joburg, on the Boysons M1 southbound, so we'll be traffic towards Boyson. Boys on the N1 southbound, so traffic towards the Winneman Drive. Jefferson on the N3 southbound, there's quick traffic towards the Place interchange. Heavy traffic in Redrum, that's on the N1 northbound. That's due to a crash after Olivans were taking the road, so do drive with caution that side. Pretoria on the N1 northbound, there's a queuing traffic towards the N4 Witbank Highway. A bunch of traffic lights are also out this afternoon. Starting off with Parktown on Empire Road, the traffic lights are not working at Jan Smuts Avenue. Santon on Grayston Drive, the traffic lights are not working at the M1 Highway. Marlborough Drive, traffic lights are not working at Northway. Irene, that's an Almarcus Drive, traffic lights are not working at Midstream Drive, so do be patient on the roads and drive with care. Let now, touchdown traffic.
Hey guys, it's Tyler. You tuned in to the Touchdown with Tibo Touch, Metro FM 326.
So you know what
today, where we shot the great movie, my big brother DJ's Boo drove up. We had our own caravans with our name on. Here I am on the video trying to go live. Ish! And the director's like, nah, you can't go live. I'm Google and does it, man. Give me a shot, babe. I'm showing the pose. I was this close. Yo, her, cut the lights. I was this close. If Ricky Rick was here, she's opposed. I'm telling you. Yeah, I heard the ones talking about cheese. Fishing out poster. I heard the ones talking about Betty. Fishing out poster. I heard the ones talking about whips. Fishing out poster. I heard the ones talking about Rex. I open my bag. Fishing out poster. 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 I heard the ones talking about Rex. I open my bag. Fishing out poster. I heard the ones talking about Rex. I open my bag. Fishing out.
Hey guys, welcome back to another live streaming with your girl Crystal Pretty. I am probably just gonna get my energy as time goes by, but I mean, I just had a long day road today. Katela is just, yeah. So drive with me to my next destination. Just you guys tired. Hi, welcome to my live. It's been a long time. I wanted to do a live streaming where I show the road, but then I realized the danger of live streaming because it's live, it's on the spot, so somebody might be looking and hoping to get you while you're driving. So yeah, the live streaming is not for those. Hey guys, do tell me, how was your day today? How was your Friday? Thank God it's Friday. Because wow, but for some of us who are entrepreneurs, Friday is just another day because you're going to wake up in the early hours of the morning and hustle for more. So end of the day, Gani, life is just gonna be too much of anything. So yeah. When you jump the street, look left, look right, and look left again. Don't just look one side. So guys, do tell me, how was your week? How was your Friday? How was work? Yeah, as an entrepreneur, as a worker, life when I'm really tired and I'm not even 30 years old yet, but yo, ngikhathele ntwana kamama. Because you, I knew it. Okay, so I'm not gonna say much, but the road looks very interesting, especially on the side that I'm in. I'm so exhausted because I just wanna bath. Right now, when I wanna go home, I just wanna bath, sleep, and wake up and start doing other things so that tomorrow I'm able to do other things, because so yeah, as you're a South African girl, comment where you are from, and yeah. So my day this week was not as bad as other weeks, but in fact it wasn't bad. It was just tiring. Like I literally didn't have time to myself. You know, when there's moment where you have a week where you're able to recall what you did, who you met. So mine was just too busy. I was busy home, busy. I was everywhere, and I didn't have the energy for this week. I was exhausted. It's like I could feel that the weather was changing. Just exhausted. I was like, yo, I ain't tell about. Now I need to repair certain things on my car. So it's a job and a half. So tiring. And I think I'm gonna list this on my face. Yeah, so this week was just another week. So somebody, like back to I wanted to say something else. Somebody was telling me, in person, such a quiet, sweet person, and I'm like, oh, thank you. But on live, we are papa, you're loud and everything. I'm like, how? Different characters for different places. How gay? I can't engage with you guys if I'm gonna continue having to go quiet and calm. Like, I'm not Nara Smith though, so I am obviously, for the first time you meet me, I'm gonna be somehow. Some say that somehow I have a resting what face. Some say I'm quiet when they first meet me. Some they say the first few minutes they meet me, I'm more bubbly. I'm like, it depends on who you are. Even if it's the first time I meet you, if you give me energy, I'm more likely to replicate your behavior, because you're bubbly, so might as well give you bubbly behavior. If you're too much, it depends on how far I can give you with too much. But in Genje, I just got to do with my mood and my energy sense towards you and so forth. But nonetheless, you guys nearly got killed. Sorry. So I'm jealous. Like, behaviors and characters got to do with the next person. If you decide that you're gonna be the leader of the behavior, then you're more likely to detect another person's behavior. So if you come as rude, I'm more likely, me or any other person is more likely to also be rude towards you, because already you detected or what atmosphere is gonna happen between you and the next person. So obviously that's why some people, when they meet somebody, she's rude. No, she's not rude. Why not? What did you do to make them be like that? Let's say, for example, the first time you meet somebody and you put your hand in somebody's ice cream cone. Obviously that's bad behavior. So I'm more likely to be rude because that's rude. So rude. Whether it is hand or mouth communication, end of the day, behavior is what it takes. If you come with a bubbly behavior, the other person might be like, okay, there's too much energy, and they're more likely to take back the leadership behavior of the atmosphere. So sometimes it got to do with who actually has the more powerful leadership to make sure that the conversation or the conversational atmosphere between the two continue to be whether nice or it's gonna be rough. So there is a problem about people that people don't understand, and it's very weird for people who deal with work on a daily basis, like nurses, customer service people, communicators, taxi drivers, salespersons, tellers, like any person that you do, any job that requires you to specifically meet with people. You need to know that each character and each background, because sometimes you might misunderstand people's behavior because you do not understand people. So for you to work with people, you need to understand people. So a lot of people think manipulation is the best way to get anything. And as much as you know how to manipulate, there's other people who also know how to manipulate. And there's other people who know how to take back power if they realize that they're being manipulated and controlled. So you might think, oh, okay, let's punch you out, okay? You might think that I am pausing it. So people generally okay, thank you. So people oh, she's cute, she got a belly bump, she's pregnant. Okay, so people have a really bad miscommunication when it comes to certain things. It's either body language, inability to read body language, inability to read between the lines. So you create a wrong perception based on what people are behaving or people like communicating to you, whether it's physically or verbally. So that's a problem about the whole behavior thing, or mannerism, because you are raised in different household and whatever. So I feel like one person once told me that right or wrong got to do with your conscience, if you think about it. Because oh my goodness, because one person said, if you're doubting or something is whether right or wrong, then don't do it, because that's what it tells you whether it's wrong. It's the same thing as confusion. If somebody comes to you and they give you mixed emotions, then you know that it's something is off, something is wrong. Even though that person might be a right person, but because of the mixed emotions that are coming between this thing, it's either that person himself is confused about what relationship they want to initiate with you. So let's whatever you can say, but I feel like people just don't understand each other. So I don't want to say much because, like I said, I don't have energy. Please move. We are modla in short pen. I'm giving you a way to go. We are modla. Some men do. Anyway, all I'm saying is that what the dude did was poor manners, because for Yena, from my side it would be poor manners. To him it is appropriate. Why should I run? You're waiting for me, giving me a way to walk, I pass by. Sharp. The other person will be running to show a sign of respect Yeah, hore, I respect your time and the fact that you allowed me to pass. So it's kind of different how we see things in the world. One would be like, "Kishanala ing, I'm a passenger. I'm not a passenger, I'm a pedestrian. Oh, pedestrian. Forget it. I'm a person passing by the pedestrian road. Okay, wanna get wow. So yeah, we see things differently, and I guess that's how we are as a world. The thing is that we think that when things are collectively agreed on what is right or wrong, that means that is right or wrong, which is not. That's why they say you as an individual should talk to yourself and whatever. The spirit or whatever is guiding you will tell you what is right or wrong. That's why I was like, you know what, as much as in this world then you're trying your best to do the right thing in life, we're more likely not to be harshly punished on whatever, because as people we're different and have different beliefs, we have different perceptions, and we're more likely to have different views in life and whatever. I get more likely to be punished based on what you believe. Wow, get to Boroko, right? By the way, Boroko means sleepiness. I'm sleepy. So sleep got me. Boroko. Boroko is sleep, right? It's sleepiness. Okay. Yeah, so that's mostly what I have to say today. You know, people who like just getting people's legs without indicating. Sorry, that's stress. I really need to sleep. Anyway, guys, back to radio.
Touchdown coming live from Sydney, Australia. Break your neck for that one.
If it wasn't for copyright, I would have let it play. But when it goes of copyright, I can't play it. Guys, please do subscribe to my channel, though. Be with me. It's asleep.
On the fifth hole as well. So he's still quite some way away. But the man that is at the top of the leaderboard right now is the man that was the overnight leader. I speak of Justin Rose. He is completing his front nine. He's won 8 holes and he's sitting on 1 under par. And he's sitting on 8 under par for the tournament. They shot ahead of Vic Aberg and Bryson DeChambeau. These are the two that are sitting tied for second place. Both of them have gone through 4 holes already. I speak of Aberg and DeChambeau. And Aberg, of course, is a big one for him this year because he's not even able to do one better than he did last year. He was the runner-up to Scotty Scheffler in the 2024 Masters. So Aberg is sitting on 1 under par to 4. DeChambeau is sitting on 2 under par to 4. Corey Connors has yet to tee off for his second round. Is still tied for 4th on 4 under par. And of course, this is alongside the defending champion, that is Scotty Scheffler. These 3 men, Connors, Scheffler, and Taro Fletcher.
Gualala.
better round so far today because he finished on 2 over par yesterday. So he's already begun his back nine. He's through 10 holes and he's sitting on even par, tied for.
Firstly, Chennai Super Kings having a dismal day at the office. 89 for 89 for 9 after 17.4 overs, so not looking good.
Makosi that visit Masanta Wana in the second semi-final, and Kaizer Chiefs head coach Nasruddin Nabi insists that the team feels no pressure.
At the moment, is Rory McIlroy tied for 15th alongside the likes of Sahil Tigala and Shane Lowry. Attention on Rory McIlroy because everybody believes that this is the Masters Championship that he must get. It has eluded him. Should he get the Masters this year, which he's going to need some doing, he's going to complete the career Grand Slam. There is some EPCR Challenge Cup action happening this weekend. Only one South African franchise still involved in the premier European competition. That is the Bulls. They're going to be out at Hive Stadium in Edinburgh. They're taking on Edinburgh for a place in the semi-finals. The starting 15, Spiro Matanzi, Mahakar van der Merwe, and Wilco Low in the front row. Captain Ruan Norke is back. He's alongside J.M. van Heerden, Louis Triel, Marcel Kutsia, Cameron Hanekom, and Jannes Kirsten. In the back, you've got Zach Burger and Keegan Johannes in the halfback pairing. Then it's Stravino Jacobs on the left. Because on the right, it's going to be Harold Forster and David Creel in center with Devin Williams, the man sitting in the number 15 jumper. And Formula One, it is the 4th round this weekend, and we are looking at the Bahrain Grand Prix. The guys are back on the track. It's Sakir, and they're already getting underway. Free practice session number 2. First one didn't have Max Verstappen. He handed his car over to Ayumu Iwasa. He was driving alongside Yuki Tsunoda, but to look at the...
Okay guys, so me being driving here is kind of weird. So I feel like South Africans also live by that rule that says as long as there's no police, everything is legal. But when there's police, then it's illegal. Because the things I see on the road as we drive, I'm like, how could you not care that you might get killed by a truck or a bus by the way you are driving? Because wow. And everybody just like looked at each other like, hey, man, what a risk. But anyway, it's South Africa, guys. Nothing is ever done without instant serial approval. I was telling one person, I was like, I used to have worries when I was like a little bit younger, especially in my early 20s. I used to have that worries because I want kids, right? I wanted a big family, maybe 3 kids. That's big. Anything above 3 is enormous, right? So I was like, but then I look at life as it is, the expenses and everything, and I'm like, can I afford 3 kids? Mind you, as a woman, right, I feel like most of us, the reason why most women don't want to have kids, and I start with that they don't want to have kids, they're just thinking of the consequences that will come with having a kid. Why is a dog sleeping in the road? They're gonna kill you. Why is he sleeping on the road? Even that guy almost, that is the worst place to sleep. How about this dog is sleeping on the road, right? And then omong ash. How about not on the road where there's like cemented area? The dog is sleeping on the road next to the cemented area. And I'm like, Batum, really? I understand there's grass on that part of that road, but somebody's gonna scratch his head. Because I love dogs. As much as I love children, I love dogs as well. So talking about kids, I feel like today's generation isn't about not wanting to have kids. It's about wanting to travel. I mean, imagine traveling and you have 4 to 5 kids on a plane. It's chaotic. They're loud, they're running, you pay more, and it's so unnecessary. Whereas you have kids, you have all the unlimited traveling, the experience of going and see the world the way it is. And I'm telling you, guys, I travel a lot, and most of my traveling, I won't lie to you, it is pretty much boring because you go by yourself sometimes. So those solo trips tend to be so annoying. I mean, they tend to be nice, obviously, but you're there with your phone and taking videos of yourself, it's boring. But when you have kids, yes, obviously it's gonna be more annoying, but it will be fun to be around, because maybe a kid might do something funny and then you laugh, and that that warm fulfillment, right? So unlike traveling by yourself or by one person who's probably way more of an adult than you, I have a muscle memory of there's a pothole there. So I feel like kids, yes, they're expensive based on your lifestyle. If you have an expensive lifestyle, then your kids will be expensive. If you have a simple, normal lifestyle, you're more likely to raise your kid on a simple, normal lifestyle. So I've realized that it's based on your budget. So I was like estimating, let's say, in the next year, I'm like, I'm gonna hit up some dude and be like, okay, thank you. So it's like, I'm gonna hit up this dude and be like, let's have a kid or something, whatever, or get married. That individual, wherever will decide to have a kid or not, I was looking at the budget. Mind you, when you're a woman and you decide to have kids, bear in mind there's a possibility that you will raise that kid by yourself. Whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're engaged, whatever. When I say, just remember there's a possibility at the back of your mind. Hore, this man might die, this man might turn his back on me, this man might lose his job, whatever. This man might disappear for years. You just need to remember as a woman that there's a possibility that you will raise this child by yourself. That's why most of the women of today, besides living a life, is that thing, if you were to leave me, all the responsibility will be on me. So you guys need to understand that it's not that not every woman doesn't want to have kids. It's that thing of, what if he dies? What if he's no longer there? The support system, the growth and everything. How am I gonna handle all that? Right? I don't know if I should see my dad or go with me. I wanna see where I can go. So I don't wanna lie to you. I deeply wanna be a mother one day. This bus is standing in my way. I'll see him tomorrow. So I've realized that is one of the things. Another thing is traveling, enjoying life anyway, and traveling, having opportunities and all that. Sure. And yeah. So that's the thing about life. I mean, there are people who grew up in a certain environment. Like lifestyle yako mahaing and you bring it here, obviously it won't help you anyway, because different places, different settings, different experiences. So you're more likely not to have that life experiences and whatnot. So yeah, guys, I'll go tomorrow. That's one of the things that people have realized that they don't want kids. Some people is that they wanna end this bloodline. Yeah, they don't wanna have kids because they wanna end the bloodline. And I realize that not every woman on social media that says that they don't want kids, they actually don't want kids. I think they're just going with the trend. Because the things that they say after a few months, I'm like, didn't you say you don't want no men, you don't want no kids? Yeah, you got POS, you got endometritis, you got fibroids, so that will hinder your fertility. And you don't care because you don't want kids. A win is a win. Jiggy, you're crying down the line because all your friends have kids and they're married. And then those friends who have kids and married are crying because they wish they had the freedom. And I'm like, what is going on with women? What do we actually want? Do we also want to have that freedom to enjoy life and have kids, or what? Because I feel like we radumana basadi, like we just like looking at other people's lives, and I think that's what makes us miserable. Everybody be like, I want to be like Nora Smith, be a housewife. She's not a housewife, she's a content creator, demonstrating herself as a housewife. She's not. She's earning money from content creation and other things that she doesn't tell you about. You guys need to understand that. And sure, I'm telling myself, it's like, if I were to just have my qualifications and have a rich husband, sure. But then one thing I do know, there's always that thing, I want to do something in life. Like back in the days, our grandmothers never had mashimo. When I mean mashimo, meaning in the farming area, where they will take out wheat and grain and make up from scratch. It kept them busy. Some were sewing clothes, some were babysitting other people's kids. And why did I decide to use this route to go home? La Petrafiki. So I've realized that we as people are just, I don't know. So we are just not on the right track in life. We seriously do not know what we want, and I've realized that a lot of people have that mentality. So guys, if you want to be an ambitious woman and have everything on yourself, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be ambitious, rich, and have your own title. But also remember that you do need a significant other. Whether it's a woman or a man, it's your choice. A significant partner is supposed to be yours. And sure, children is a choice. Marriage is a choice. Success is a choice. Living is a choice. Do not. Thank you. The collusion of two buses terrifying me. So yeah, guys, I have a lot, but now I do want to have kids. It's the financial thing that hits us most of the time. But then I realized that it got to do with your financial lifestyle. If your lifestyle is expensive, then your kids will be expensive. If your lifestyle is simple, then your kids are more likely to be simple. It got to do with how you raise your kids and how you budget yourself. So there's like this guy, he said, I find it really stupid for people to put their kids go a private school, go primary. And I'm like, you got a point. Because kids who start off at most of the time, not all of them, who start off at private schools before going anywhere or even continue private, they don't have a sense of humanity per se. Like they don't understand that there are people who are starving, people who work hard, people go through this lifestyle. It's really confusing for them to see a person going through this standard of living. So they don't treat certain people well, but rather mistreat them. Even though charity starts at home, sometimes life needs to teach your child what life is, rather than always putting blame on the education system. Sometimes it's sometimes got to do with life experiences. So I might take a walk after this drive because I've been sitting all day. I am exhausted. I'm sorry. So I got his point, and he was telling the truth, Dore. Why take your child to the most expensive school if they're all gonna land in the same university? So, and there's a lot of people that I've seen and I went to school with, in varsity per se, who went to these top universities and we ended up in the same, the top schools, primary and high schools, only to be in the same varsity. Some of them we end up working them in the same positions. So in life, we just, there's certain things that we allow just for a certain status. Wow, girl, I need to sleep. But anyway, that is literally how life is. So I feel like basically that's it, Joe. Most of your parents are killing their bank accounts to put you through private school, not even a perfect school. There's good schools and private schools. Your parents are putting you to expensive schools for status. If they can afford it, sure. But in this economy, standards are really not worth it, especially if you cannot afford the basics. So I'm good. I really do not want to see myself in debt because I want to impress people. Like a lot of people be going on my Instagram and they're like, yo, I'm like, if you knew how much I spent to go there, most of the trips they're not even paid. They're not even paid at all. I just go for free. Then one month wants to compete with me. I battle millions. I'm like, what are you competing with me on for? Like, you get me? So we all live different lives, different strokes. I really need to go to sleep. So yeah, guys. And I want to change my car, do the same thing. I want to change my side mirror covers. Not white, but more of grey. I want to mola, and then, but it's for another day. I'll fix them on another day. I want to make, but my car is white. Will grey look good in it? I guess we'll go shopping and look for side mirror covers, and then you'll tell me what works best. I am tired, guys. Oh, yeah. Woo. And I have to gonna get home. Drive kan mara mo tu mostra tembera bi amar mong ashu yo batho o jahetse kae yo guys the amount of yo you I need to catch up on my sleep. Guys, learn to sleep early. No, that's if you got choice. God will open doors that you thought were closed. Sense. I just need to work harder. I'm really chilled. Too chilled. This is what happens when you have so much in your mind, you start talking to yourself. Looks like a daddy's girl. Okay. I'm hanging out there. Bye.